So thank you very much. Gopinath and all of us are surely very much appreciative of your time. Thank you very much. So we will start. I just wanted to ask, Hindi translation, जिन्हें अंग्रेजी समझ में नहीं आती या जो हिंदी में सुनना चाहते हैं वो पीछे की तरफ में एक माताजी है, वो हिंदी में अनुवाद करेंगे, तो कृपया यहाँ पर पीछे की तरफ जाकर हिंदी में भी सुन सकते हैं. I would like to ask, is there anybody here who is for the first time? Anybody here? Wow. So many people for the first time. Thank you very much for coming here. And I hope that today when you go back, you are at least half a centimeter ahead in your life from where when you entered this temple. You have something to take back. And I hope and pray to Shishi Gopinath ji that he inspires and uses me as an instrument for each one of you to take something back. Those rest who are coming for not more than first time, those who are coming for less than 6 months, can you please raise your hands? For at least 6 months? Very good. Thank you very much for coming again. So we'll just start with short prayers, and after that we will go on to the topic. I'm sure you all know the topic. It's from rags to riches. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. So today I'm going to talk about from rags to riches. Has any one of you thought or ever desired for such thing that let us also wish, kash, aisa ho, कि overnight or in very short period I can become filthy rich? Do we have, any one of you have ever thought or dreamt or have desire? Oh my God, all of you are saints here. I had such desire. I should say I have such desires. So all of you are saints. So I'm just going to ask you if you can think of some examples of people those, I'm not telling like overnight, like this Brahmana, just by getting touchstone you can become overnight filthy rich. But like some people in this world whom you know, who in a short period of time started with very minimum and they reached very high peak in this material world. Any examples? Do you all remember? Don't look at me what I have written here. You tell me. Dhirubhai Ambani. Yes. Anybody else? Abdul Kalam. Marx? Okay. So there is one more person. Like that, I'm sure there are many, many more people. If you close your eyes and if you go on Google God, he will give you a list of people, right? Google is God nowadays. So, I've just pointed one or two here. But one of you, if you know, Srila Prabhupada, he at the age of 69 left to go to America with some very small amount of money in his pocket. What was the amount he had that time? 40 rupees. 40 rupees in 1969 in his pocket. This person who is so old reaches America, and in 10 years he has property worth more than $40 billion. Right? Unluckily, I don't think Guinness World Book has recorded this till now, but I'm sure if they record, he will be on the top. And the best part is, when Srila Prabhupada came back to India after few years, that 40 rupees was still just like that. He had not spent even 1 rupee from that. This is called a real businessman. And another one, if we think, I'm sure from childhood being in India, we all have heard story of Sudama, who also went to his friend Krishna, and overnight he was blessed to become filthy rich. So today, taking the example of Sudama, I'm going to share with you what did he have, what did he do, how did he make his life change so quickly. Can we take some lessons from there and put in our life and then learn from there? Can I request one of you if this one fan can be put off, if possible? If not, then it's okay. Okay, can we go to the next one? I'm sure many, I think not many, most of you know the story of Sudama, right? He was poor Brahmana, then he went to beg to his friend Krishna, and he had taken, what he had taken with him? Rice, shipped rice, poha, right? Flat rice, shipped rice, poha. Just few, 3 or 4 palm full of poha. And Krishna took that, and when he returned, his hut or his small, very small house had converted into a huge palace. What do we learn from this? Each one of us has heard these stories probably 10 or hundreds of times, right? But let's learn. I'm sorry if you do not put off for others. They might have difficulty. Otherwise, if it is on, it's okay. Let not everybody suffer because of me. Okay. So, it is given in Srimad Bhagavatam that what is real success. When we understand what is a real wealth in life, then we will know what is real success. Just now in this drama, they said that chanting the holy name of the Lord is Chintamani or Parasmani. It is described, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Lord Krishna's name is like Chintamani. The real touchstone which you can touch and things can get converted to gold. But can you take that gold with you when you will leave this body? No. One must think what is real wealth. We all have heard about Yudhishthir Maharaj. When Yudhishthir Maharaj was once with all his brothers and mother when they were in exile, once they had met with a yaksha. You all know that story of yaksha? Draupadi or Mother Kunti, I'm not very sure who, but was feeling thirsty. So the youngest one, Sahadev, went to the pond and he wanted to drink some water, and the Yaksha stopped him. This pond belongs to me. You have to answer some of my questions. Only after that you can partake of this water. Sahadev neglected him. He tried to drink the water and he fell dead. Same thing was done by his other brothers, Nakula, Bhima, Arjuna. And then came Yudhishthira. And when Yudhishthira came, when he was asked, the Yaksha asked him, you also must answer my question before you drink the water. And that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj was asked many questions which has very beautiful meaning. One of those questions was, what is most valuable thing, only taking which a person can go ahead when he leaves his body? And what was his answer? Any one of you? What is the only thing which you can take with you when you will go ahead on your journey at the end of this life? Karma. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, dharma. That is true whether you call it karma or dharma. Because karma leads to your dharma, and real dharma will lead you to the attachment of the feet of Krishna. So he said dharma, or what, even if you say karma, it's correct. That is the only thing which is the real wealth in your life. And it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam that, can you go ahead? That anybody, if he thinks or she thinks that either he has no desires, or he has material desire, or he is completely self-satisfied, for anyone in this world, just go ahead. You can put the entire slide at the same time. For anybody, whether you are liberated or not liberated, what is the only thing or key to success is chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Now, this message was very well understood by Parikshit Maharaj, who was cursed to die in 10 days. He went to listen to Srimad Bhagavatam from Sukdev Goswami, and he knew that soon on 7th day, at the end of 7th day, he is going to leave his life. And he was listening continuously Srimad Bhagavatam, and he reached hearing to almost canto 10th. And this shloka comes in 10th canto when he says, Bhagavan yani chanyani mukundasya Mahatmana viryani ananta viryasya shrotum ichhami he Prabhu. He says that he knows he is going to die in next 1 or 2 days. But he is saying that I desire to hear the valorous activities of Lord Mukunda. Just think, try to put yourself in that position. A person who is going to die is going to ask for something which he is going to take with him, correct? Asking at that time, material wealth, is it going to help you? No. He was not an ordinary person. If he's asking something, it has to be a message for the others that this is something which is trying to gather with him at his last minute. And what he says, Shrotum Ichhami, I want to hear what? Mukundasya, Lord Mukunda's valorous deeds. And that time, Sukadeva Goswami continues with narration of this Sudama Lila. Can we go to the next one? If we understand that material world is like what? If you are thirsty and you are in the midst of an ocean, you don't have a water bottle or your mineral water with you, but you are in midst of an ocean where you are surrounded by hundreds of thousands of gallons of water around you. Can you just go out, take some water and quench your thirst? Will it quench your thirst? No. You are thirsty, what you want is water. There is so much of water outside. Why doesn't it quench your thirst? Why? Because the water is salty. The water is same, but it is contaminated by salt, and so it cannot quench your thirst. The same water, when it is purified and when it becomes a sweet water from the pond or river, has quality to satisfy your heart or to satisfy your thirst. Similarly, this thing which is available in the world will never satisfy the soul. The soul always wants something higher. Just tell me honestly, any one of you ever have got an experience? You might have got some wealthy gift on one day, or you might have got some wealth or some money. That day you might be happy. Another day, you might be just crossing a road and you see an old lady or an old person having difficulty in crossing the road. You go, you catch hold of that person, take the person across the road, and that person goes with smile telling you, thank you. That day's happiness, is it different or not? Yes. Why? Why? Because that is the satisfaction of soul. When we get this material opulence, we can fulfill the desires of this body. But similarly, there is something inside the body which is called soul. And what is the quality of soul? The natural quality of soul is to love and to feel loved. It's Sat-Chit Ananda. And the real satisfaction comes when you receive or when you can share your love with others. And the final goal of that love, pure love, is satisfaction, or it's satisfied when you can love the super soul or the Supreme Lord Krishna. Can we go to the next one? So real wealth in our life is love of Godhead, which is also described as bhakti. So from this Leela of Sudama, which we have heard hundreds of times, we all know thoroughly, being Indian children, what is Sudama did and how did he become wealthy. Let's try to learn the lesson. What did Sudama have, the qualities by which he became rich, that he got real wealth. Second, why? Why did he go to Krishna to get that wealth? And third, what is the process, or how can we get that wealth? But if we want to do anything in life, we must first know what is the effect. What is there in it for me? Tell me, what am I going to get by doing bhakti? So we'll also see what is the effect of loving Krishna or loving God. Can we go to the next? So what are the qualities of Sudama? It is described that Sudama was a childhood friend of Krishna. And what do you mean by being friend? This is very important, that we know the quality of being friends. Just think about your friends. When you think that somebody is your friend, a real friend, there is lack of competitive or envious mentality. That makes a person your real friend. There is no envy in our heart for that person. We came to this world because we had envy for Krishna when we were with him. Why he is the only person who is enjoying? Why not me? Krishna said, you want to enjoy separately? So be it. And so he sent us here. Envy is a root cause of any soul to come to this world. But the day we will understand that he is a Supreme Lord, he is supposed to be enjoying, and what is for us? Enjoy. By making him enjoy, we will automatically enjoy. How? Just a servant, can he enjoy? If I tell you, just become servant of Krishna, can a servant enjoy? We all want to be master, don't we? Then how do a servant enjoys? I'll give you a simple example. A chauffeur or a driver who is driving a Mercedes Benz of his rich master, when he sits in the car, all the windows go up and the AC is put on. And the master says, put on some nice music. And a nice fragrance, there is something from which the nice fragrance comes in the car. Does the master tell the driver, please put on your jacket, the AC is for me, not for you. Please put the earplugs in your ear because this music is for my enjoyment, not for you. Right? Whatever the master is enjoying, the driver is also enjoying automatically. Is it not? But if the driver says, excuse me, I want to enjoy independent of you. Then what will the master say? Get off the car and go. Correct? So what is the best way of enjoying? Remain the chauffeur. Remain in, and automatically a servant also will enjoy the same benefits what the master enjoys. And that is what is the quality of a devotee. Sudama was non-envious of the Lord. Second quality is knowledge. To do anything, we must have knowledge. Right? If you want to go somewhere, today you left from your house, your mother asked you, where are you going? So what you will say, I'm going to temple, I'm going to Radha Gopinath temple, you told. If you tell your mother, I don't know where I'm going. For what you are going? I don't know. What you are going to get there? I don't know. When you will come back? I don't know. Will she send you? No. Right? Before any journey, whenever we embark on a journey, we should know our destination. Right? Without destination, if you just roam around outside, that person is called as wandering person or a crazy person. Correct? Honestly, just ask yourself. Ask any person who is walking outside. I ask myself, what was goal or destination of my life? I asked one of my friends, what is goal of your life? And very nicely he said, life is not a goal, life is a journey. And I was impressed. Wow, what a nice philosophical answer. But the journey has to have a goal. It has to have a destination. What is the goal of your life? I don't know that. What use of having such journey when you don't know your destination? Ask yourself today. Life is journey, agreed. But does it need to have a destination or no? Or you just want to go where your life takes you? Or you want to control your destination? And that control, or you will be able to gear your life journey only when you will know where you want to reach. Correct? And that knowledge is given to us very kindly in these words of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. And that in very simplified manner was given to us by Srila Prabhupada. If you open Bhagavad Gita, there are 700 versions of Bhagavad Gita available today. But it is not easy to read and understand the goal. But open, in just the introduction of Bhagavad Gita as it is, you will know what is the goal of your life. I'll tell you a very small, real incident. Once one big philosopher came to Srila Prabhupada and told that I want to discuss with you very high philosophy. Who is the Supreme Lord? Why do you always say Krishna is God? And all this deep philosophy I want to discuss. Prabhupada could make out that he just wanted to do argument. And Prabhupada was not interested in wasting his time. But obviously he did not want to be disrespectful to that person. So Prabhupada said, it's very deep talk. Maybe we can talk sometime later. Now let's just chat something else. And very soon when they were talking, two very small kids of some devotees were just playing around in that room. So Srila Prabhupada called, come here. So both the children, the small kids, they came. Prabhupada always used to have a jar of sweet cookies. So Prabhupada put his hand on that cookie jar and told these children, who is God? And these children realized, if we answer it correctly, we are going to get cookies. We have our bright future. So both the children loudly said, who is God? Krishna is God. Prabhupada said, very good. He took out cookie and he gave to both of them. They were very happy. Prabhupada again put his hand and he said, who is Krishna? And they thought some more cookies. So they said, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada gave one more cookies and said, very good, go. And then Prabhupada turned to this guest and said, in our Krishna conscious movement, even the children know who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What to discuss about this? This is Prabhupada's philosophy. Very high philosophy. Prabhupada has given this deep knowledge in such simplified manner that it makes our journey's destination very clear. Otherwise, you can go and talk big, big things, but at the end, when you come out of a talk, oh, he was talking so big, I did not understand anything, and it definitely means it was something very high. But what is the use of such talks? You all have heard of Sherlock Holmes? Once he went out with his secretary Watson on one camp. So at the end of the day, they put the camp, both of them slept, and at the midnight, he got up, and Sherlock Holmes, when he opened his eyes, he could see the sky and stars. So he woke up Watson. Watson, open your eyes. What can you see? What do you think? So he opened his eyes and he said, looking at the star, I think the wind is going to be blowing like this, and tomorrow's day is going to be a very bright day. It's going to be sunny days, and theologically the God is in control. And he was using very, very high words. Then he said, Sherlock Holmes, what do you think? And Sherlock Holmes said, logically, our tent has been stolen. Simple. But people don't want to use their common, simple thing. Just by using big words does not make that knowledge very high. Prabhupada has given basic understanding in such simplified manner that even a child can understand that Krishna is a supreme Lord, and the destination of life or the journey should be geared to go back to Krishna. As simple as that. And what happens when we understand this philosophy, when we start practicing and applying in our life, slowly as this Brahmana, Sudama, once start understanding that life is meant for something high, spiritual, and life becomes very, very simplified. Simple living, high thinking. These are the qualities of Sudama by which he was living his life. He was very simple. He was always thinking of Lord Krishna. But he was so poor that he did not have food many times. And once his wife told him that, why don't you go to Krishna, who is your friend? And then she was trying to give reasoning. So let's go that why she is telling, what are the reasons that she is telling that you must go to Krishna. Why Krishna? So she tells that first, that Krishna is your friend. But not only that because he is your friend you need to go, but he is Shriyapati. Shriyapati means he is Pati of Shri. Who is Shri? Shri Devi, not the actress Shri Devi. The Shri Devi means Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan. Goddess of fortune. Shri means goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. He is a husband of goddess of fortune, and just because you are his friend, you can just think that if you connect yourself to a person who is husband of goddess of fortune, how will you remain misfortunate? Connection to Krishna will automatically make you fortunate just because he is the husband of goddess of fortune. Next, he is Brahmanasya, means he is always favorable to Brahmanas. Krishna is described as Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Krishna loves Brahmanas. So you are a poor Brahmana, and so you will be favored by Krishna. And then she says, you are Sharanyasya, you are surrendered soul to Krishna. Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. O Arjuna, O Kaunteya, please declare it boldly that my devotees will never perish. He has told that those who surrendered will never have difficulties. Difficulties in real life, not that you will, otherwise you will think, when you open the pages of Bhagavatam, all the devotees had so much of difficulties. Kunti, Pandus, Pandavas, Bhishma, everybody had difficulty. But we will see what actually means by having fortune and mercy of Krishna. If you all know that Vibhishan, when he came to take shelter of Lord Ram, when Ram had reached across the just outskirt of Lanka, Vibhishan decided to leave his brother Ravana and he came to take shelter of Lord Ram. So he came with his minister, he was in sky, and he sent message to Lord Ram that please, I want to take shelter, will you please accept me? So Ram called of all his well-wishers, Sugriva, Hanuman, Jamvant, and he was asking, so what all of you feel? Sugriva said, what was Sugriva's response? Should we accept Vibhishan in our party? He said, no way. He is brother of our enemy. He is Rakshasa by nature. He must have come here as a spy. And even if he has come to take shelter of you, if he can leave his own brother, he'll leave you tomorrow. He will stab you on your back. We should catch him and we should kill him. Jamvan said, I think this is correct. Hanuman said, no. You must give shelter to Vibhishan. And that time, Lord made very, very beautiful sentence. It comes in Ramayana. Lord Ram said, Sakrut eva papannoya tava asmi iti yache abhayam sarvata tasme dadami etad vratam mama. He said, Sakrut eva prapannoya. If one person surrenders to me and does what? Tava asmi iti yache. If he says once, what? Tava asmi, I am yours. Abhayam sarvada. I will give him eternal fearlessness. That is my vow today. So what do we need to do today? We need to open our heart, open our mind, and once try to call out to Radha Gopinath. Tell, oh Gopinath, I am yours. And he will take us in his care forever. Can we try that today? Open your hearts and shout to Gopinath, oh Gopinath, I am yours. Tell, oh Gopinath, I am yours. Loudly from all your hearts, oh Gopinath, I am yours. Oh Gopinath, I am yours. And what happens when you tell this to Lord? Lord will take charge of your life. That time, Sugriva was very intelligent. He told Lord Ram, so you are today giving Vibhishan your shelter, and then Lord Ram made him future king of Lanka. That once Ravan is killed, I am going to coronate you as the king. So then Lord Ram was asked, tomorrow if Ravana comes and surrenders to you, you have already given Lanka to Vibhishan. Now what you will do? Now if Ravan takes shelter, you have to also give shelter to him. And what was Lord's answer? He said, I will give my Ayodhya to Ravana. And then he was asked, but you have already given your Ayodhya to Bharat. What will Bharat do? And what did Lord Ram said? I will give Vaikuntha to Bharat and I will become servant of each one of them. This is Lord. This is Lord. When you tell once that I am yours, He is ready to become our servant. Not that we want Him to serve us, but this is the love of this Lord. Why will we not surrender or think of at least giving an attempt to surrendering to Him? And third, how can we do that? So Sudama, when his wife told that please go because he is Sharanyasya, he Brahmanyasya, he is your friend, please go, he is our ultimate shelter. Immediately Sudama says that I am not interested in receiving wealth, but I want to go and see him because just by seeing the Lord is the greatest of fortune. And that is our fortune today. So many of you who have come here for the first time, you could have been doing anything outside, sitting at home and watching TV, going out with your friends and watching movie, or anything else. But you have taken out your time to have darshan of Sri Sri Gopinath today, and it is a great fortune. Gopinath will never forget it. And that is the promise of the Lord. So he decides to leave to go to see Krishna, and taking few handful of chipped rice, he leaves to go to Dwarka. Can we go to the next one? So then, as soon as Krishna sees, Krishna was sitting with mother, his wife, Rukmini Devi, on the bed, and they were talking very nicely. And as soon as from far Krishna saw that his old friend, who was actually in ragged clothes, he was very emaciated, thin, but he realized that this is my friend Sudama. Krishna left company of Rukmini and he ran. He ran to welcome Sudama. It was almost falling. His upper cloth fell. He did not bother about it. He just went and hugged, embraced Sudama, and both of them started crying and shedding tears as if they were real brothers, and they were meeting after so many years. Catching hold of Sudama's hand, Krishna got him in his inner chambers and made him sit on the cot of Rukmini Devi, and he personally started washing his feet. It is said that we all always want to take Charanamrut, right? When we come inside, we take Charanamrut, which is washed lotus feet of Lord. But now this Lord, who is Loka Pavana, he is taking the water of which has washed the feet of his devotee, and then is sprinkled on his head, and then sprinkled on everybody else in the palace. And Sudama was touched. Not only that, then he took aguru, kankum, different articles, flowers, and offered it to Sudama, and then he did his arati. And Rukmini Devi, who is a goddess of fortune, took chamara, you see here in this picture, and she is personally fanning this Sudama. And everybody is talking, what fortune this person must have done. Who is this? Nobody knows. We are singing for the first time, but Lord is taking care of him so nicely. Lord Krishna teaches us by his own example that we have heard Atithi Devo Bhava. A guest should be always treated like Lord himself. And Krishna taught in his own example, in his own life, how he treated this poorest of poor Brahmana Sudama. And this is responsibility of each one of us. Today, anyone who are come here new for the first time, understand that they are guests of Gopinath. Take care of them as if they are representative of Gopinath. Talk to them, share your love, and make them feel that they are in the right place. Why? Because you are in the right place. No artificiality. This is Gopinath's home. And anybody who has come here today is not ordinary. Mother Devahuti tells that if anybody chants once Lord's name, that person has already done hundreds of thousands of years of tapasya. He has done all the sacrifices and he has done all the austerities. So today when you have come here and when you are chanting Krishna's name, please know that you have already done all the austerities. And you have come as a special guest of Gopinath. And those who are coming here from before, please take care of this guest who have come for the first time. You are our guest, and we want you to feel and to know that this is your home. This is Gopinath, which is your home. Next, when the way he was treated, Sudama was wondering, is Krishna really understanding who am I, or he has maybe misunderstood me as somebody else? Sometimes it happens, right? That you start worshipping and taking care of somebody, and after a while you realize, oh, the person whom I was expecting is the next person. So then you tell that person, please go ahead, I'm sorry, and then you start welcoming the next person. So Sudama was having doubt whether Krishna is really identifying him properly or there is something misunderstanding. And understanding his heart, now Krishna starts talking, oh, Sudama, do you remember when together we were in the school of Sandipani Muni and we used to do like this and we used to do like that? So immediately the doubt in the heart of Sudama was removed. And that time, very few beautiful points come when Krishna and Sudama are talking of their childhood days. Krishna tells Sudama that I'm sure that you must have joined or you must be in a proper ashram, like a grahastha ashram. Why does he use the word grahastha ashram? Because there is difference. You will see a person who is married and they are in family with Krishna in the center of their life versus another family who is also like husband, wife, children, but the center of their life is material happiness. How is it different? You must have seen, or you must have at least seen in movies, that when a criminal is brought to a jail or to the court, he is brought in a big van. There are so many so many policemen who are taking care of him. So he's coming in a government van and so many officers are taking care of him. And when he is entering, he sees there is another car in which the judge is also sitting, who is also coming in a government van, and he is also having one or two people, those who are accompanying. So prisoner might think, I have a bigger car. I have more people taking care of me than this person. Then why he needs to go inside and go on the other side and say, order, order? Why can't me? The difference is that one who is following the rules of the state, another one is breaking. When a person lives a life with teachings of Krishna and scriptures in the center of the life, externally you might feel that the life is same, but when the center of life is Krishna, it is different. How? You go on the bank of a river or a sea, take a stone, put it in the water. What happens? The waves, the ripples start coming, correct? The other person in your family or who is around you puts a stone, and the stone goes just next to your stone, and the rivers again wave starts coming. What happens? When the two centers are different, the waves start colliding with each other, right? And they will actually dampen each other's growth. But if both the people put the stone in the same place, what happens? What will happen? The waves will enhance each other's effect. Is this too much of physics for you? This is simple common sense, right? Similarly, when in our family, when the family members have same goal, serving the Lord and His devotees, the life is very, very beautifully enhancing with each other's life. But if the center are different, it will collide all the time. And that is the difference of a grahastha. Next, he's telling that we were trained very, very beautifully under the care of Sandipani Muni. And there, the importance of taking shelter of a spiritual master or a guide comes. Spiritual master is not for giving shock. If you have heard, Prabhupada was once told that there is some spiritual, so-called spiritual personality who when you go and embrace, you feel like you are getting current in your body. So many hundreds of people are queuing up to get that feeling of current in your body. So Prabhupada said, spiritual master is not to feel current in your body. You can put your hands in the socket and you will get enough current. Spiritual master is not for that. Maya is giving enough currents. Spiritual master is meant to guide and train us so that we can go out of the shocks of life and surrender our life to Krishna. And that is the next lesson. This Sudama is telling that we were trained under the care of Sandipani Muni. And then he talked about that night when both of us had gone to the forest and then it rained so heavily. We caught each other's hand throughout night and then we helped each other. And next day, we survived through that, and Sandipani Rishi, our Guru, was so happy seeing our surrender that he blessed us and he was pleased. And this is the third important point. When we please a bona fide pure devotee or spiritual master, then Lord Krishna is pleased. We need not go and do big worship or big tapasya or big fasting. No, Krishna tells very, very clearly, Naham ijya, ijya means worship. I am not pleased by doing big worship. Or Prajitabham, he says that I am not pleased by doing big initiation ceremonies, nor I am pleased by tapaso or upasana. No need. Then how am I pleased? He says, Tushyeyam sarva bhutatma guru sushrashaya yatha. Just by serving Guru, you can please me. That is the simplest way of achieving Krishna's happiness. Can we go to the next? So, I'm just going to give a very small story which comes in one of the Puranas. If you have heard about Amrish Maharaj, he was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. But his brother, whose name was, I think, Praghosh, he was such a sinful person that his name only was Paparaja. He was called as Paparaja. He was that papi. So once, Amrish Maharaj tells Narada Muni that my brother is so sinful, I don't know what is going to happen to him. Can you please go and be merciful to him? Go and tell him something. So Narada comes to meet Paparaja. And Paparaja tells that I have heard that just sadhu sanga, sarva shastra koi, lava matra sadhu sanga, sarva siddhi hoy. So just by moment's association of a pure devotee, you will get all the benefit. So now I am associating with you. What benefit will I get? So Narada told that when you meet Yamaraj, you ask him. So he said, okay. Obviously, one or the other day, we all have to meet somebody, right? So, and he had to meet Yamaraj, right? So when he met Yamaraj, very intelligently he remembered and he said, Narada had asked me, once I had a small association with Narada, what is the benefit I should get? And Yamaraj was confused. He has done so much of sinful activities. In that, this small Narada's association, I think I'm very confused. Let's go to Brahmaji. So they both came to Brahma and asked him. Brahma said, I think I also don't know. Let's go to Shiva. Shiva said, I also don't know. Let's go to Vishnu. All of them came to Lord Vishnu and told that what benefit is this sinful person going to get because of that small association of Narada. And what was Vishnu's answer? That just because of that small association of Narada, at the end of his life, Yamaraj, Brahma and Shiva together has brought him to Vishnu Loka. And now all of you please go back and join your duty, because once you reach Vishnu Loka, you don't have to go back. Let him stay here. So this is a benefit of even association of a pure devotee. What is the question of serving and pleasing a pure devotee? Once Krishna is pleased, what does he do? When he saw Sudama, when he served Sudama, he knew that now Sudama is thinking that Lord is serving me so nicely, but what have I got for my friend? Some small quantity of chipped rice which is dry. And then he was feeling very embarrassed. How can I? So he was trying to hide it. And knowing his heart, Krishna knows our heart, he now makes arrangement to start reciprocating with you. So Krishna told, please give me what you have got for me. And he was saying, nothing, I have not got anything. And Krishna snatched those chipped rice, and we all know that he took a handful and he started eating. And when he is eating, in his heart, he is planning and arranging for giving in return all the opulences to his friend. Sudama is not aware of it. But Rukmini knew. And as soon as Krishna took second hand, Rukmini stopped, because with one handful of that chipped rice, Krishna had given him the opulence much more than even Lord Indra. Now Rukmini knew that if Krishna takes more, then what is going to be next? Rukmini and Krishna will go and become servant in Sudama's house. So Rukmini says, why don't you leave something for us also? And then Rukmini takes and distributes it to everybody. This is Lord's reciprocation. He tries and takes every small thing, and he sees the intention. Even if the intention is wrong, if you are doing something right, he will try to take that. And that is the greatness of our Lord. I'm just going to tell a very, very small story. You must have heard that Duryodhan ka bhogan khayo, rukh shakavi durghar khayo, eche prema pujari radhe, shyam shyam shyam. Duryodhan ka bhogan khayo, you all know, right? When Krishna came to meet Duryodhan, he had made 56 bhog to please Krishna, but his heart was full of malais. Krishna said, I don't care, because neither you and I love each other, nor I am hungry. And he went to the house of Vidur. And what did he eat at Vidur's house? Skin or pills of banana, not even bananas, but that he ate happily. And this is the Lord. He wants love. Every day Lakshmi is cooking for him. Lakshmi is fanning him. What does he want from us? What can we give to him? Only love. And when we give love, what does he do? He reciprocates by becoming the servant of his devotees. Can we go to the next? So, Sudama that night rested, and next day he was going back. And in his heart he is thinking, Krishna has not given me anything. But he is very grateful that my friend treated me so nicely. He is so nice, he was grateful, he was happy. And then he thinks that maybe my Lord knows that if he gives me a lot of opulence, I might become proud and I might forget him. And this is best what he has done, that he has not given me any opulence. And this is a faith a person must have. Whatever the Lord does is for my best. And when that faith we will get, we will be able to take Krishna's mercy as it comes. Krishna is not for fulfilling our desire. When we come to temple, we should not tell Krishna with a list. Exam mein pass kar do, acha husband de do, mummy papa ko khush kar do. Are you coming to hotel with our list? No, he's not a bellboy. We come with our love to him. We offer our love and heart to him. And then what Krishna says? Hindi mein, I'll tell you what Krishna says. Krishna says, तू वो करता है जो तू चाहता है, पर होता वही है जो मैं चाहता हूँ. अगर तू वो करेगा जो मैं चाहता हूँ, होगा वही जो तू चाहता है. This is what is a trick for Krishna. You tell him, whatever you do, I am happy, then he will do what we want. And that is what is Krishna consciousness. So he was feeling very grateful in spite of not knowing that Krishna has already given him wealth. He thought Krishna has not given anything, but he was very grateful. And that gratefulness is the quality of devotee or a person which attracts the heart of Krishna. Can we go to the next one? Okay. And then we might think that Sudama was his friend. Sudama was friend of Krishna. He was a Brahmana. He was a surrendered soul. He had all the reasons to go to Krishna. I am not a Brahmana. By qualities, we might be born as a Brahmana, but we might not have qualities of a Brahmana. We might not be surrendered like him. He is not my friend. Why should I go to Krishna? And then we can learn and take the hope from the pages of Bhagavatam. If you know the pastime of Gajendra, who was just an elephant, when he was in trouble, he says very beautifully one verse which says, Madrak prapanna pashupasha vinoshanaya muktaya bhuri karunaya namolayaya. He says, I am a pashu. What quality a pashu has. But still, I take shelter of Krishna for 3 reasons. Muktaya, he is free, and that's why he can free me. He is all powerful, he is all beautiful, and that's why he is Bhagavan, and that is the reason for each one of us to take shelter of him. Next, who is Bhuri Karunaya, he is compassionate. His heart is full of compassion. When we take 1 step to Krishna, he takes 100 steps. What is the size of our 1 step? Even a person who has longest jump, what can be the size of that 1 step? Few meters. What is the size of Krishna's step? in 2 steps, he covered the entire 14 universes. That is the size of Krishna's steps. If we take 1 step, even if he takes half step, that should be sufficient for us. And what does he do? He takes us in his hands. I'm sure all of you have heard that when a person went to Krishna and he told that I have one complaint. I was always your devotee. And when I saw that I was in happiness, when I would walk, I had 4 footprints. 2 were mine, 2 were yours. You were always behind me. But when I was in difficulty, there were only 2 footprints. Bhagavan tabhi kidhar sarag gaye? That time, where did you go away? Why you were not behind me? And what was the answer of Lord? Those footprints were mine. I was carrying you in my hand. This is the Lord. He never leaves us. He never leaves us. He is always there with us, carrying us, taking care of us and loving us. And that is why we must surrender to Krishna. Another quality of Krishna is he has never ever broken the promise of his devotees. Show one example where Krishna did not protect his devotees. Anybody can raise hand and tell one example where Krishna did not protect his devotee. No, you will never find. And that is why Krishna's devotees can always stand with broad chest and say, my Lord will never let you down. There are difficult times. He is not a father who will give you everything in a ready-made plate. No, that's not a father does. He brings you to a situation and then he brings you through that situation so that we grow through that situation and he glorifies his devotees. But you will never find that Lord failed any time in protecting his devotees. Why should we not take shelter of that Lord who has never let anybody down? Can't it give us one faith that I want to surrender at least one chance, I want to give it to this Krishna? And last but not the least, he has the quality, even if some sees something small, he finds that and accepts that small thing. You all have heard of Nathadwara, right? This is a real thing which has happened in Nathadwara. There was a thief who had done lot of looting business, and he was very well known in his community as a person who was very great thief. So once his friend challenged that you have done so many robbery, but you have never robbed anything from the king of Nathadwara, and that is Srinathji, the temple of Srinathji. If you actually did something from there, tab hum manenge tum bhi kya cheez ho, right? So he said, challenge taken. So once he managed his way inside the altar at night, and when he went inside, he saw that pujaris at night, they take out all the jewelry, and the Lord was completely in his original form. There was not a single ornament on his body. And he was saying, Dhat tere ki. So much of trouble I took, and I can't find even one thing. What shame? How can I go back? Then suddenly he realized that there is an umbrella, golden umbrella on the Lord's head which was hanging. So he said, let me take this now. But how to reach high on the Lord's head? What did he do? You have seen how the Srinathji stands? When the altar opens, you will see the last deity is Srinathji. How he stands? He stands like this. Right? Sorry, this side is up and this side is down like that. So his hand is up like this. So this thief climbed on the hand of the Lord, trying to take out the umbrella. And suddenly he heard somebody laughing, giggling, and he was very scared. And he was so scared. He said, who is this? Lord said, it's me. Who else? He said, really? Srinathji, are you laughing? Why? He said, Lord said, every day so many people, hundreds of people come and they offer me fruits, flowers, sweets, but you are offering yourself to me. What better thing I can think of? So I'm very happy. This is Lord. He did not have any intention, but Lord takes the best out of any small thing he can take out because he is eager to help us, and that is the quality in Lord Krishna. Obviously that person became devotee of Srinathji very soon. So Can we go to the next one? So conclusion of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the most important end of Bhagavad Gita we have heard, if those who have heard. What is the most important ending verse of Bhagavad Gita? He says, Krishna says, 18.66, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Give up all varieties of religions and surrender unto me. I will deliver you of all sinful reactions. Do not fear. How do we surrender? That comes at the last shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. In that, the last shloka says, Nama Sankirtana Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanas Tam Namami Harim Param. Just by taking the name of the Lord, all the pap, everything goes away and all the auspiciousness will walk in your life. That is the way of pleasing the Lord. Can we go to the next? So, conclusion from Sudama's Leela, that when Sudama, when he went back, not knowing that what he has got, when he came back, we know that his hut was replaced by a huge palace. His wife came out, loaded with beautifully ornamented lady, looking so pretty, and then surrounded by so many maids. He realized that what Lord had blessed him with. But he was such a humble, real, genuine devotee that he always remembered Krishna and never became proud. Krishna gives, the Lord gives what we need and not what we want. That is the difference between the Supreme Lord and others. Just because somebody gives you what you want does not mean that that person is your best well-wisher. If a child has 20 rupees or 50 rupees, he goes to a panwala shop and says, this cigarette is for how many rupees? He says 10 rupees. Okay, give me one. You give him the amount and he is obliged to give you. Right? But if the same person goes to his father and he says, can I get one cigarette from your pocket? What the father will give? Ek kaan ke piche bajayenge, hai na? Right? Why? Because the father loves the child. He does not give what all you want, but he gives what you need. But father does not have to be told that what you should give to your child. Education, his food, whatever is required, everything is taken care of. Similarly, Lord is always going to take care. Whether we worship him or no, he is going to do his duty. But if we reciprocate by understanding his compassion on us and by accepting his love, that will make our life valuable. So today's message is, have faith. Name bhakta pranashyati. Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Shri Gopalaji ki jai. So, Lord has given his darshan by telling, as I was saying, that Name bhakta pranashyati. My devotees will not perish. And Gopinath gave his darshan to announce it boldly that yes, believe this. Take home with you today this message. You surrender your life and you see in your life the difference will come. Without you even knowing, the difference will come. And that is the mercy of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam is nectar, and that is why we should be eager. We should have two things. One is eager and be grateful. Eager to have faith in Lord, eager to associate with Lord, eager to chant his name. And thank Krishna and his devotees. When we will be grateful, we will be eager. If you are grateful to Gopinath for bringing you here today, you will be eager to come more to him. If you are grateful to Gopinath for giving you these friends here, you will be eager to associate with your friends. These two qualities are associated. When you are grateful for something, you will be eager to get that thing in your life. Be eager and be grateful to Gopinath, and then see the difference in your life. I'm going to end my thing with one small story, that whether you know or you don't know, the effect will come. How? A person who was very frustrated in his life, he went and he met one sadhu and he said that you must chant Lord Krishna's name and your life will change. The way I'm telling you, your life will change. And many of you might be thinking, really? How? So So even this person said, okay, I will try, but I don't know how it's going to change. So he went and he started chanting along with whatever duties he was doing. And then what happened? After a few months when he was introspecting, he said, I don't see my life changing. That sadhu had told it is going to change, but I'm doing the same thing. So he came back to the sadhu and said, am I wasting my time? Every day I'm chanting for 20 minutes, half an hour, and I don't see any change in my life. Can you tell me why? So sadhu said, sure, I can tell you. But I will tell you after you just do me one favor. Please get me some water from the river which is flowing behind my hut. So this boy was looking, okay, but in what should I fetch the water? So he said that there is a small gunny bag in which I had got some coals for my stove. So you can use that bag and get some water. So this boy took this coal gunny bag, went to the river, took some water, and he started walking back to the hut of this sage. But can you fetch or keep water in the gunny bag for a long time? The water was flowing out. And he couldn't fetch it. So he said, no, I must do this. So he went again fetched the water and started walking a little quickly to the sage's hut. But again, all the water had gone. He did this for a few times. He was trying to actually run faster and faster every time. But the water was also flowing out faster and faster. And when he came back after a few times, he said, I'm sorry, I cannot do this service because I don't think I'm successful in getting this water. But can you please still tell me why my life is not changing? The sage said, the answer is in front of you. Look at the gunny bag. And he saw, and the gunny bag had changed. How? The coal-studded bag, which was black and dirty, when he was trying to fetch the water, the bag had got washed and become very clean. And he had never realized that. Whether you know or you don't know, whether you realize or whether you don't realize, the life will change for better. Those who have tried here, those who are trying here in front of you for few decades can tell you because we have seen the change. Those who are here for a few times, they are coming here again and again because it is affecting their life. If you come here today, and if you don't see anything, will you keep on coming after 1 time, 2 times, 10 times? Why? But why these girls are coming? Why am I coming here after 10 years, 20 years? Because we see the effect. And that is the effect we are trying to share with each one of you. Please take it and then share it with others. When you will share this happiness with others, the life will change more and you will be more happy. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.